Taurus, you are up. Let me go ahead and say this up front. I honestly did not feel like doing this reading because the energy is so heavy right now. And when I'm dealing with heavy energy, it weighs on you, is what it does. So I will do my best to kind of, if I go through this very fast, just don't hold it against me. It is what it is. And like I say, I read energy. That's what I do. First of all, let me get this out the way. KIRWKC.com, main podcasting platform. This podcast is on Apple, Spotify, Google, iHeartRadio, Pandora, Overcast, Bullhorn, Amazon Music, Audible, I believe I said Pandora, as well as several other podcasting platforms. Listen to my podcast on whatever platform is most convenient for you. KIRWKC on all the social media platforms. Now, when it comes to tarot cards, as I said before, I read energy. So I don't read reversals. If a card comes out reversed, I will take it as such if the energy says so. But if the energy is saying something else, then I'm not gonna take it. For the mid-month energy reading for May, I did the pre-shuffle, which I pulled 2 cards from the main deck and 2 cards from the clarifying deck. In the midst of setting everything back up for the clarifying deck, there were cards that were turned over. So when the deck was shuffled, so instead of the cards being turned the right way, all of the cards were turned facing down. Some of the cards were turned facing up when this happened, which gave me more insight on what you may be dealing with. Of course, this is a general reading. This will not resonate with every single Taurus on the planet. As I always say, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If this is not your story, don't try to make it fit. Where to start? Okay. In the main deck for the pre-shuffle, the first card that came out was the Ace of Cups. Ace of Cups is about an offer of a new beginning, having a new start in love is what it is. The universe bringing in love, attempting to bring in love to you. Again, aces are new. The second card that came out was Judgment. And Cups energy is water energy. So you could be dealing with a Scorpio, a Cancer, or a Pisces. Judgment is related to Pluto. Pluto is related to Scorpio. So you could be dealing with the Scorpio. Judgment is about second chances. Judgment can also be about judgment being passed on you, is what it can be. In the clarifying deck, so obviously there's a decision to make. With the Judgment and Ace of Cups coming out together, there's a decision to make. In the clarifying deck, the 9 of Wands came out, which is fire energy. Sagittarius, Aries, Leo. 9 of Wands is the wounded warrior, followed by the 2 of Swords. 2 of Swords is air energy. Could be dealing with an Aquarius, a Libra, or a Gemini. With the 9 of Wands, like I said, being the wounded warrior, and then with the 2 of Swords. 2 of Swords usually has someone, usually a woman, blindfolded, similar to the Justice card. And she has the 2 swords and she's blocking. And 2s are about choices, not knowing what to do, not being able to see which way to go. In the midst of handling other things for this clarifying deck, 3 cards were turned right side, turned over automatically when I was shuffling. One was the Justice card. Whoever you're dealing with in your life, this is someone who has been in the justice system. Either you've been involved in a court case with this person, or they have been involved in a court case. It may be actually in prison right now. Even though 8 of Swords didn't come out, I still feel like they are more than likely been incarcerated, is what I feel. 3 of Pentacles came out. Stability, recognition, earth energy, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus. 4 of Cups came out reversed. With the 4 of Cups being reversed, you're seeing what's being offered to you. But I believe with this particular energy, the way I'm picking up on this 4 of Cups, I'm picking it up in the upright, where you're not seeing everything for what it is. The reason I'm going into this is because the thing that I picked up was domestic abuse. Usually with the 9 of Wands, Wounded Warrior, it's more of a metaphor. Like, oh, somebody's working really hard, or they're doing this or doing that. But for whatever reason, I picked up someone has been physically abused. Again, I said the energy's heavy. And one of the songs that came to mind was, if you listen to Sade, there's a song called King of Sorrow. And I feel that's been part of it. Another song that came to me, because that's usually how I receive my communication with songs, with music. Another song that came to me was Ike and Tina, Fool in Love. I feel that whoever this individual is that has been involved in the justice system, because mind you, the Justice card came out along with the Judgment card too in the pre-shuffle energy. So we have Judgment, we have Justice, we have the 2 of Swords. All of that is pointing to the court system, the justice system. It isn't just about, should I give this person another chance? And when the 9 of Wands came out in the pre-shuffle, physical abuse is what landed in my mind. And also, for whoever's listening to this, this may resonate with you, something about a white towel, which I feel that you know the situation isn't good. And one of those moments that kind of, which you haven't, I don't feel you fully woken up yet. I feel you are still kind of deciding like, oh, well, maybe they'll get better. Oh, they may not do it again, so on and so forth. But there was one moment when you were looking at a white towel that had blood on it. And it just kind of made you stop and think for a second. Like, is this the life I want for me? I'm not picking up any children. Maybe there are some children. I don't know. But I can tell you I'm not picking up a change in the individual. I'm not picking that up. Whoever this is going to only resonate with a very select group of people, what I'm telling you right now. So keep that in mind. I don't know what the main spread will be. I'll pull 3 cards, and then I will pull a 4th card for an overall message, and then I'll pull an angel oracle card and see what happens for the energy. May I have 3 cards for the sign of Taurus for the energy of mid-May 2021. May I have 3 cards for the sign of Taurus for the energy of mid-May 2021. May I have 3 cards for the sign of Taurus for the energy of mid-May 2021. May I have 3 cards, please? Thank you. May I have 2 more cards, please? Thank you. May I have 1 more card, please? Thank you. I'm very happy to see this. Okay, I'm feeling better now. It's a weight lifted. Yeah, okay. And may I have the overall, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, I feel a little bit better now. May I have the overall message for Taurus, please? Thank you. Yes, thank you. Okay. I'm so happy to see this. I am so happy to see this. All right. First card that came out is the Emperor. Emperor can be fire energy, which is actually, more specifically, Emperor can be Aries energy. Also, Emperor can be Capricorn energy. The reason I say Capricorn too is because the Emperor is the father of the tarot deck. The Emperor is the king of all kings. Since the Emperor is the father of the tarot deck, the father of the zodiac is Capricorn. So that is why I say you could be dealing with a Capricorn or an Aries. Regardless, the Emperor is someone who takes control. The Emperor is someone who watches everything. The Emperor can be very balanced too. However, I feel the Emperor is who you would like to escape, is what I'm picking up, because the Emperor can be an authority figure. I feel this person who has brought this abuse into your life, whether it is physical, whether it is verbal, even though I'm still on the physical, I'm still on the domestic abuse, but maybe it's resonating with some other people that it wasn't physical, maybe it was verbal. There has been a lot of verbal abuse, a lot of emotional abuse, because again, it is the Emperor. Even though this Emperor did not come out in reverse, the Emperor is not a perfect person, and it still is a controlling individual and an authority figure. Regardless, with the Emperor coming out, the next card that came out was the 6 of Swords. 6 of Swords is air energy. This is one of my favorite cards. 6 of Swords is about head over heart. That's what the 6 of Swords is. When the 6 of Swords comes out, it's saying you're leaving a situation. You're making a mental decision, because swords deal with air energy again. Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. Swords deal with clarity. They deal with communication. They deal with the mind. They're not into the emotional like cups are. Cups is with the emotional. These are swords. 6 of Swords is saying mentally, you're making a decision. And also, she's looking off to the right. So that's an even better sign. You're going to leave in this card. For some of you who don't know, one thing in tarot card decks, if a card comes up and the person is looking to the left, then sometimes that means it's something that happened in the past. If they are looking to the right, it means that that is something that will more than likely be in the present or in the future. And this person is looking to the right. She's looking to the right in this card. So you're gonna leave this. You're gonna leave this situation. The reason I know you're gonna leave this situation is because the Lovers came out reversed, and that energy is correct. Again, the Lovers card, a major arcana, is Gemini energy. Also, the Lovers is about choices. And I feel you are making the choice to leave and walk away this time. You're not giving second chances. You're not dealing with the abuse anymore. So when it comes to judgment and them offering you a new love, a new start, you're not going to be for it. You're going to say no, is what you will say. The reason I know you will say no is because for the overall message, 7 of Wands. 7 of Wands is fire energy. And by the way, it wouldn't surprise me if you make this clear starting in June. Because 6, Lovers, which represents Gemini, it wouldn't surprise me if you make that communication clear in June. But just a heads up, keep in mind something may be misunderstood or delayed because Mercury will be in retrograde in June. Regardless, you're going to stand your ground. And that is the message, that is the overall message to you. Stand your ground. When you tell them, no, I don't want to come back to you. No, I don't want a new beginning. No, I'm tired of the physical abuse. No, I'm tired of the emotional abuse. No, I'm tired of the mental abuse. I am tired. Stand your ground and don't go back to them. That is the overall message. Stand your ground. And I take it that you will. Because again, you're leaving the situation. That's why I said I'm so glad these cards came out the way they did. This is so obvious. Now, do we have an oracle message from the angel answers for Taurus? Do we have an oracle message from the angel answers for Taurus? Something's telling me to take this card. Yeah, you're not going to. Unlikely. Is you getting back together? Unlikely. You're gonna stand your ground. Is there anything else? Something's telling me to see if there's another card, another angel message. Is there anything else that Taurus needs to know? Is there anything else that thank you. 2 cards came out. Wow. You can't make this stuff up. And they came out together. This card says there's something better. That is the message. This is the angel oracle message. There's something better. And the other card that came out with it, you're ready. You're ready to leave. If some of you are still on the fence, thinking like, oh, I'm not sure if I can do it, blah, 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 you're ready. So it's unlikely that you two will get back together. Also, something just said to me, it's unlikely that they will change as well. If you were asking, well, are they going to change? It's unlikely. What the other message is that came out, there's something better. I feel like I need to say it again for the people in the back. There's something better is the other message that came out. And then the final oracle message from the angel answers, you're ready. This, I feel so much better. Let me tell you, Taurus, when I started off and I was doing the pre-shuffle and all that other stuff, I was just like, oh, I do not want to deliver this message. And I was honestly thinking about just scrapping the whole thing and pulling cards again. But I have a feeling if I would have pulled the cards again, the same energy through different cards would have came out. Because that happens. I've done that before in the sense of where it's like a card will pop out and I'm like, I'm not taking that. And then, as I'm doing the reading, the card comes out again. If it's meant for these cards to come out, they will come out. That's the crazy thing about it. So, and also, it just wouldn't have been genuine. The reading wouldn't have been genuine, too. So that's my other thing as well. So I stuck with what I was originally given. And I'm glad I did, because the ending is very happy for me. And for you too, obviously. So, yeah, that's all I have for you, Taurus. KIRWKC.com, main podcasting platform. KIRWKC on all the social media platforms. If any of this resonated with you, don't forget to hit the like button. Also, don't forget to subscribe. That way you will know when I upload a new podcast episode or video. And don't forget to share, because sharing is caring. Until next time, Taurus, be blessed.